G'day YouTube, Ivan here from Peak Offroad here in Sydney, Australia. Today we've got the GQ, my car, the one I've had for a fair while. It's a very old build and I can show you what it actually looks like, what we've done to fit this, and also a bit of a run around on the car. I'll also jump in and show you what other accessories I've put in. So let's get started. All right, just for you guys who are not in Australia, but in Australia these are fairly common cars. Well, they were once upon a time, it's a little bit changed now. So this is a 1996 model GQ with a, used to have a 4.2 diesel, and we've since upped that around a little bit, and we've got a supercharger and a 6.5 Chev diesel, which you guys in America will know all about. Just on the front view, why the big air filter, which one you can, two because you can't fit a big enough air filter into the underbody bonnet area in this one. So we basically made a mount on the Alu-cab tent and mandrel bent some pipe, and that was it. So it works well. It's out of all the rubbish. It does look a little bit like I should be a submarine, but it is not. So anyway, so you can see how low the profile is. We're running Rhino-Rack Bars with the Uni Strap heavy duty bars. This is a very common system, and I'll give you a quick view of that now. Over here, we've got the Rhino-Rack feet. So these are the plastic ones, and with that we've run the Rhino-Rack bars like I just explained. Just so we're staying on this side before opening everything up. The tent has two brackets to mount the awning onto. This is the front mount, and basically because a tent slides in on an angle and also dips down at the front, a little bit more aerodynamic than a brick, but you know, pretty similar. So that just goes on the front of the tent, and this one here goes on the back of the tent. So what you end up doing is running parallel, if you know what I mean, because one side of the tent goes into the other. So we use these same brackets to mount en suites and all that on the other side of the tent, which I'll show you, which I'll have in this one. So we just turn that one around, which is just up here, and it's an easy mounting system. So the Alu-cab stuff's pretty easy. This is all 3mm stainless, 304, so very nice when it goes on. We'll just go around the back. I'll show you the rear profile. Right, so now we're at the rear of the car. As you can see, it's still fairly low. The bar's been set a little bit further back. You can put locks, and we usually just use these little locks to make sure the tent A is not going to come loose when you're going on lots of gravels. And there's that rear bracket I was talking to you, and I'll just grab that bracket again. There's that rear bracket. So this is how you mount your awning onto. At the back, you can have a ladder mount at the back. I'm going out of shot, but you can mount the ladder straight at the back, or when you've got the awning out, then you can put the ladder to the side, and we'll show you that now. Okay, now we're at the side of the car. This is going to be a quick overview of what the tent is, because you've seen plenty of how-to videos of putting it on. So what we've got here is the side mount. Now this actually can slide across, so depending on whether you sleep either at the front of the tent, that is your head at the front of the tent, or your head at the rear of the tent. So when you get in, when your head is at this end, your hip's down here, so you want to move the ladder appropriately to one side, and again, if your head is that end, you move the ladder closer to this end so that you don't have to find the ladder. I'll just go muddle on a little bit about the bars. Right, so what we've got here is the Uni Strap, which is what we've got up here. So basically, that's how you mount it. So you've got a channel nut and an angled bracket. They come with 4 of these brackets. So these is the one that just rolls backwards and forwards. Your bolt runs in and out, and so you can mount that anywhere you so desire. So these are the 4 that are coming with the tent as standard, and if you put a third bar, you can buy these other ones to put at the front of the tent, because you don't need these because the tent actually slopes in. Now, giving you the height wise, these are the 3 options. So what we've got here is the Uni Strut on the right, the Alu-cab bar, and you can see the extrusion, it's quite heavy, and on the left we have the front runner. Now if you're chasing weight, this is the way to go. It also brings it down about half the distance. And if you want to strength, the Alu-cab bar is the way to go. It is just spot on. It's amazing kit. You can also put the bolts on either side. And if you want also, you can actually nutsert the side and do all sorts of configurations. I'll just whack these away. Going back with the tent again, like most of the videos, or my ones, we always got the ensuite. The ensuite is just pretty straightforward. I've got the hardcover version, and like there is plenty of versions out there, as you all will well and truly know. All right, so I'll just take this out of the way, and Artie will show you what we use, what we use for a shower. So I'll quickly come over and grab the handheld. All right, so you all wonder how I shower. It's very simple. Guy by the name of Jonathan, he's in Texas, so he's American, so you guys make some good stuff as well. He developed this product. This is one of the prototypes. It's called the Geyser, and it's a little hot water unit that only uses water that you actually fill in. So this is a prototype, and I've had it now for nearly 2 years. So you fill this up, full of water, either heat it up or it has an element inside. The new ones are quite good. Comes with a sponge and a valve. So you can just have a shower using not even a litre of water. It's amazing. And you can change these sponges off and you can do your dishes, wash your hair with it. They've got a brush attachment. So it's all coming out now. So follow Geyser and you'll hopefully see it here in Australia, hopefully very soon. But that works with me real easy. Throw that over, plug it into the cigarette lighter and it's done. It's a 2-second job. All right, up we go. We'll open up the tent. I don't even have to open up the back of it. Just push up the tent, grab the bungee cord, find my 2 spring poles. Try not to be too much in the back of the camera. That's done, right? The tent's up. Now, just to give you an idea, this tent now is 4 years old, and the serial number of this is 1001. So this has been everywhere, and it doesn't look like this now. We'll put in some shots of the new tents, what they look like. They've changed the shielding there, or the awning, and also you've got trimming, and the material's a little bit different as well. But basically, it's still a Gen 3 tent, but like version 1.0. So we're up to, I think, with the changes, probably 3 or 4. Just little incremental better things that they're doing to the tents all the time. I'll open up the awning, let's go from there. So we just walk over this side. So we never use the big arm to push it around. We always use the little arm. So if it does catch, you're not going to break anything. Just tie it back. Pull that up. And the awning's done. So again, now with this, people ask, how do they go in wind? Well, they're pretty good in the wind. And I can probably show you a couple of videos if you go on the Facebook at least. I don't even have a leg here. Normally they do come with one leg, but I don't use it. What we do is we use either the tie down, so tie off to the car, and just put a weight on this. So when we pull this down, we'll just throw a weight on this. Again, I'll open up the back of the car. So this is what happens when it gets fairly windy. I just, with the GQ, very simple, I just put it on here. Or an appropriate spot. And that's all you need really, just to peace of mind. You don't want to get caught out, especially at the beach. Beaches with thermals, big problems. So I put this one out all the time if I'm on the beach, and then I just put a weighted bag on that one, and usually got one in there. All right, I'll show you what's up in the tent. Oh, right, this is my bed. This is the way I sleep. In here, I normally run 4 pillows. I have a bit of gear up the top here. Down the sides, I usually have water and whatnot. What am I running in here? Some DVDs, water bottles. I have a fan up the top. This is all insulated. It seems to work for me. For privacy-wise, You can up and down these as much or a little as you want. And the one great thing that we get a lot with the guys like shooters, they're shooting all night, catching roos and pigs and whatnot, and the tent, once it's closed, is completely dark. You will not see the sunrise, so you can sleep in. And that's the top of the tent. This is my mod with a fan. I do run an electric blanket that has some USB chargers in as well. So yeah, it's a very comfortable situation. All right, I get asked a lot, what you do to go camping, how quick you set up, what I do. And after a long time of camping, this is pretty much what we've come down to. I do have a 200 amp lithium ion battery, and I do run a microwave. And when I'm going away a lot, I take lots of lean cuisines, and 7 minutes later, I have Thai chicken or whatever else. And when I pull over at the side of the road, the easiest way to say it is, I want to make a cup of tea in 1 minute. So we've come down to a drawer, have a little divider. I don't run tanks, I run water bottles. I can take this to the tap instead of the card at the tap. So this sits in here and I just pop that out, have instant water. I have my my stove here, my pot, and what necessary, and all my little accessories are in here, knives, forks, whatever. If I want to prepare something, I have a preparation table, which also doubles as a table for outside. So internally, because all the bedding's upstairs, and my fridges are behind the seat, the driver and passenger seat, basically I just run a couple of backpacks, clothes, case of beer, bottle of wine, emergency bottle of port, a couple of chairs, so just in case you find someone who wants to come and drink beer with you. And really there's not a lot after this. There's not a lot really to take. Pantry and tools, little bits and pieces in there. And the time to pack up, that's it. We're finished, we're done. And kind of funny when you go to a campsite and you open the tent, the awning, you've got a cup of tea before someone's even put a swag up or even out of the bag. So yeah, anyway, I'll show you what's inside the cab because there's a bit of interest. All right, so this is this car was primarily set up for a two-person exploration or touring, whatever you want to call it. So me, the missus, normally in the front seat, run a fridge and a freezer, or a fridge or freezer, depending on what you want to do. If I'm by myself, this is my freezer. I've put lots of lean cuisines and stuff in there, like I said before. That one there does hold a few beers. I do normally run 2 ARBs, but Mark's stolen my ARB one. When I'm camping, usually I want to get things out quickly. So I've got my radio, lights, and then if I need to do something up, spanners, air tools, laser temperature thing, my shovel's down here. I use the Army stuff because, one, it's cheap, and it's been around, some of these things are 40, 50 years old. They go straight onto the back of the cage. I do run the DC to DC. I've got a twin battery charger for front and rear batteries. Again, like I said, it's 200 lithium amp hour battery in the middle here, underneath this. Also run a little thumper 30 ampere, and sometimes I'll pull that out with, I have a little inverter that I can run my laptop on and answer emails and do what I have to do for work. And I run a 3000 watt inverter. The little inverter is pure sine wave. This one is just the rubbishy modified inverters that just run basically the microwave. In the front, I normally run HEMA maps, and normally we have a few cameras here. Artie does a great job. Go check out his videos on 4X Adventures. And the last thing I'll show you is a quick sneak preview of what's underneath the bonnet. So this has been worked on a lot and has every nut and bolt underneath that's been changed. Adjustable everything and new bushing. It's automatic, LSD. I run a locker front dit, not a air locker. Yeah, that's about it. I'll have to show you what's underneath the bonnet. All right, so underneath the bonnet of the old GQ, it's got the Chev 6.5 litre optimizer. We've got a Bullet supercharger. It runs around about 12 PSI, so really mild. People ask me how much power. I have no idea, between Brunswick and Bullet, they put everything together, and we can't change it anyway, so it's more than sufficient. I do run auto, and I do run an auto cooler. With the Brunswick diesels, because these are known for overheating, the radiator is the key. I went through so many radiators, which I ended up going and seeing the guys at Brunswick, and they fitted this up and never had another issue. So it tows good, puts a smile on my face. It's very angry when it's running. Without that air filter up the top, you cannot drive in the car. It is just bzzz. Yeah, very exciting, very, very happy with it. That just about does it. So if you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification button, hit the like button. If you've got any other questions we want me to do some more videos on, just put it in the comments, and we do get to them. So, and other than that, see the Facebook page and enjoy. Next time. All right, we're done here. Geez, I like this Patrol, mate. Ha! I love it. I love it. No. What do you mean no? What? You run a Land Rover, mate. You've got no hope. At least mine, bullshit. Go away. Done. We're going to pack up.
Ready to go.
Get out.